Hi everyone, I'm Madison Moore and I'm the Multimedia Journalist Intern for NBC6 South Florida this summer. I couldn't have asked for a more rewarding, challenging, and memorable past 2.5 months. This internship pushed me outside of my comfort zone and I learned something new every single day. Take a look at my journey. Growing up in Charleston, West Virginia and going to college in a small town, I knew I wanted to apply for internships in large markets. And before I knew it, I was packing my bags to head south to start an adventure with NBC6. From day one, all the interns and employees made me feel at home.
Hello, welcome to NBC6 Telemundo. My name is Clayton. Welcome, Madison, to the family.
And to my supervisors, Mark and D-Rod, thank you for all the guidance, advice, and laughs. My weeks consisted of going out in the field with reporters and turning packages. Here's how it went.
Tourism has a huge impact on Florida's economy, and the #1 way for them to get to these sandy beaches is by air. We're here in front of UM's baseball field, where here on campus sports are huge, and for years paying student athletes was a bad thing. However, times have changed. There's big money in the game for some college athletes.
We don't do it as pay for play, we do it as pay for work.
University of Miami graduate and mega booster John Ruiz on benefits of signing lesser known players like the UM long snapper.
Why did I pick the long snapper? Because nobody pays attention to the long snapper normally. And he's an amazing kid.
Ruiz met with NCAA officials on UM's campus about how to fairly compensate student athletes.
Extremely professional. Extremely positive on what I was doing for society, and so they complimented me on, and they understood.
There is a Florida state law regarding paying student athletes, and the NCAA also has a policy of their own, and people are starting to pay attention to this matter and are starting to look at what the future holds for paying them. In Coral Gables, Madison Moore, NBC6 News. COVID test results can be a hot commodity when traveling internationally, and one woman is being accused of taking advantage of that demand.
Let's address Melissa Barbary.
33-year-old Melissa Barbary was in court Wednesday, arrested for cashing in on COVID.
Basically, the allegations are that she's selling fake COVID-19 results so that people can travel internationally.
Barbary is accused of being the brains behind the scheme and faces a felony charge of fraudulent use of personal information.
In court today, she was given pre-trial services or an alternative $5,000 bond. Live in Miami, Madison Moore, NBC6 News. Here in Hialeah, an 83-year-old man was carjacked at gunpoint this morning right outside of his house. When the suspects fled the scene, they weren't found until a few hours later in North Miami. And when they bailed out of the car, one of them had a gun and police shot him, therefore transporting him to Jackson Memorial Hospital. And all of this happened around 5 miles from here.
It's really dangerous out here.
People are on edge in this Northwest Miami-Dade neighborhood where a police pursuit ended with 3 armed carjacking suspects bailing out of a stolen red SUV. Hialeah police say one of their officers fired his gun, striking one of the suspects who allegedly had a gun of his own.
I was just thinking, like, imagine I was home or outside and something like this happens. So it's really dangerous.
Detectives say this all started with the armed carjacking of an elderly man near his home along East 11th Avenue and 20th Street in Hialeah Thursday morning. Officers say a gunman approached the 83-year-old man, put a gun to his head, and demanded he give up his SUV and all his belongings. Now, the Florida Department of Law Enforcement is handling the part of the investigation where the Hialeah police officer fired his weapon. Detectives say they did recover a firearm at the scene. Yes, Travia, here in Miami-Dade, if you don't have a veterinarian near you, this is the next best thing. The Wow Mobile, Wellness on Wheels. Right, Bear? Seeing this, you would think you're looking at a regular veterinarian office, but it's not. This critter clinic is inside a converted truck.
So the Wellmobile provides basic veterinary services. It will do your basic exam to make sure that your pet is healthy, provides basic vaccines, as well as your rabies and your rabies tag, which is required by the county. It can also provide heartworm testing and parasite testing for your pet.
The specialized vehicle was donated to Miami-Dade Animal Services by the Friends of Miami Animals. Flora Beals says it provides expensive medical care for cats and dogs at no cost.
We do not income verify because we want to make sure that these particular areas are these services are available to everybody in Miami-Dade County.
This mobile vet clinic keeps its four-legged patients healthy and strong. It can also give pet parents an extra sense of security.
Wowmobile does offer microchipping services, and so it's really a great place to come in, get your vaccines, get your rabies shot, get your rabies tag, and get your microchip all in one stop.
This pet owner drove an hour for vet services.
Me, I bring my cat, and I have 2 dogs. So it's my second time today here. Excellent service. The doctor, very nice, everybody here. So I appreciate it a lot. Oh my God, I want to cry because, sentimental.
The Wowmobile is scheduled to be parked next to Robbie's Feed and Supply in the Redland until the end of August. Madison Moore, NBC6 News. You'd think high school students would spend their time at the pool during the summer, but not these teens. They were training to be firefighters, and they even won some awards.
It's a brotherhood, it's a sisterhood, it's everything in a team.
The Miami-Dade Fire Rescue Cadet Program was made for high school students to explore a future career in the fire rescue service.
I was not interested in this field at all, and the second that I started, I realized that I had to do something in the medical program. It just became the #1 love of my life.
Taylor Adams got into the cadet program after she was inspired by her mom, who was a division chief with the department.
I've never seen this level of commitment to each other, and the relationship together is incredible.
For 45 years, the program's mission has been to train these teens for a career as a firefighter. They learn skills like CPR, victim rescue, community service, and more.
It has a great opportunity that this department offers for children from grades 9 to 12 while they're in high school to do something more, to chase a dream that they might have that they can't do on their own. The department gives them that opportunity.
Over the last 3 months, the cadets trained for over 100 hours, and last weekend they showed out in the Gator Games Fire Cadet Competition in Gainesville, bringing home 13 awards. Timing is crucial to responding to fires, so there was even a competition to see who could get geared up the fastest.
In this case, we had 3 stellar individuals that scored 42 seconds, 44 seconds, and 44 seconds and milliseconds.
A large number of these skilled cadets graduate as firefighters, and the team bond and mentorship are like no other.
I love to see them thrive, and I love to see them get where they need to be. We teach them about the fire service. We teach them how to become a fire department employee.
Once you start, just the family that we provide and the training, the education, and just the opportunities and the connections that you make here are something you're never going to see for the rest of your life.
And the next time you see a fire truck, be on the lookout for these teens. Reporting in Durrell, Madison Moore, NBC6 News. Now, the goal of these party primary debates is to prove to the base voters that they're the real Democrat in the race for governor. Commissioner Nikki Fried boasts on how she's the only Democrat elected statewide, and Congressman Charlie Crist pushes his past on insisting he was governor and that he's ready to do it again.
I've raised over $12 million in this campaign.
The only polls that matter are the ones on election day,
I wouldn't
Charlie.
interrupt you. I hope you would extend me the same courtesy.
Charlie Crist and Nikki Fried in their only debate in our studio, each pressing their point as to why they're best to take on Republican Governor Ron DeSantis. Florida's housing crisis, they say, is the state's biggest issue. 33 days now until primary election day here in Florida, and most likely these campaigns will get louder as the winner faces Ron DeSantis in November's general election. Madison Moore, NBC6 News. Every time I was out in the field, I could count on reporters and photogs to give me constructive criticism.
We're rolling?
Yeah.
Okay. And parents are wasting no time. No. And some parents are wasting no time.
Nice, yeah, exactly.
Okay. Okay. Down here in South Miami-Dade and all across the county, pharmacies have opened up appointments for children under 5 years old to get the COVID vaccine. And some parents are wasting no time.
Oh, very nice. Do it again.
Okay. COVID test results can be a hot commodity when traveling internationally, and one woman is being accused of taking advantage of that demand.
That felt more natural.
More natural? I'll do. Maybe do it one more time.
Do it one more time, a little louder, and then like something that always helps me, and I think you're really good. Like Try like talking as if it's to your mom.
I also shot footage for a Black Business Month story that will air on Voices.
Being that this is the first Black self-care boutique and candle bar in Miami Gardens, so the excitement is high. Everybody is talking about how they can pour that support into sustaining this business.
One of my favorite days of the internship was getting anchor trained by Roxy.
Iguanas have made their presence known here in South Florida, but sometimes they get into some strange places. You may have seen videos of the species in toilet bowls, and a Hollywood couple says it's happened to them not once but twice. Iguanas can get into the toilet bowl after falling into a home's plumbing system, and the only way out is through the toilet, unfortunately.
And a fun fact, one of my TikToks got featured on the main NBCU Intern's Instagram page. Here's a look at a day in my life at NBC6. And here's one more.
Now I gotta resurface. Yeah, we about to toast now. All the bread that we burning. 'Cause I've been feeling cool time.
So what's next for me? I'm moving back to Athens, Ohio to complete my degree in journalism, news, and information. And one day, I hope to be looking out at you in front of the camera after I graduate in 2023. Thank you, NBC6, for a summer I will never forget. What's your favorite part about having interns here?
Either their hard work ethic or the fact that they were all born after I either graduated high school or started at FSU. It's one or the other. So they constantly remind me how old I am.
Why do I forget right when I say it? I got it. I'm messing up now. Trial services?
I almost went to that.
We're here on the corner of 11th Avenue and 20th Street. Oh, I looked at the light. Shoot. Okay. I think I'm good.